Ladies and gentlemen, the sudden political fallout, a political fallout that involves the handshake brothers, Raila Odinga and the former head of state, Uhuru Kenyatta, continues to escalate rapidly ahead of the 2027 general elections. What exactly is going to happen between the two? Immediately after Raila Odinga's shocking speech, dragging Uhuru Kenyatta's name, it turns out that the entire Kenyattas are totally not happy at all with what Raila Odinga said about Uhuru Kenyatta. Because according to them, everything that Raila Odinga said about Uhuru are completely lies. But I want us to begin right from here in this particular analysis, because I want us to understand what exactly is going on between these two leaders. Up to date, there are some people who haven't listened to what Raila Odinga said about Uhuru supporting President William Ruto's broad-based government. That is where I want us to start. So let us listen first to what Raila Odinga said. Then I will give you the response from the Kenyattas. Then we proceed.
Kenya ikichomeka itakuwa nchi nyingine. Mpaka hii tuzime hii moto, watu waketi chini. Magazeti hao wanaandika sijui nini, Raila na Ruto handshake. Hakuna handshake. Hakuna handshake. Kile tulisema, mimi niliongea na Ruto nikamwambia shida iko hapa. Hawa watu yako ambao wameweka pale hawajafanya kazi vile wananchi wanataka. Wananchi wameudhika, ninaona hao sasa vijana wamejitokeza.
So in response to Raila Odinga's remarks about Uhuru, an official statement has been issued. A statement directly from the former First Lady of the Republic of Kenya. A statement that was largely supported by the Kenyattas. And this is exactly the statement, a message directly to Raila Amolo Odinga. Leave Uhuru Kenyatta alone. Stop mentioning Uhuru Kenyatta's name. Stop lying. Stop involving Uhuru Kenyatta in your terrible political mess. I will play for you that video shortly. But the question that I've been asking myself is this. Why exactly, currently, are the Kenyattas becoming extremely hostile against Raila Amolo Odinga? Is it because Raila Odinga has totally refused to be controlled by the Kenyattas? Or could it be because Raila Odinga has totally refused to be used by the Kenyattas? Why am I saying this? When you look at the root cause of all these issues and the fallout between Uhuru and Raila Odinga, it all began after the Gen Z's protests. Just a few days ago, Uhuru Kenyatta personally was against Raila Odinga's decision to support President William Ruto's call for the national dialogue to end the Gen Z's protests. This was the message from Uhuru Kenyatta telling Raila Odinga that the Waki report, the Ndungu report, the TJRC report, The Building Bridges Initiative report and the National Dialogue Committee report were all under dialogues. How many more dialogues? The writing is on the wall. Implement the Constitution. Don't forget that this message came directly from Uhuru Kenyatta, but it was delivered by Jeremiah Kioni, who is the Jubilee Party Secretary General. The reason to this is because constitutionally, Uhuru Kenyatta is not allowed to play active politics or public politics. But despite all this, Uhuru Kenyatta must play politics, directly or indirectly, because Uhuru Kenyatta basically is a politician. But from Uhuru Kenyatta's message opposing Raila Odinga and William Ruto's call for dialogue, including all Azimio leaders, the message is very clear. They were saying that there's no time for dialogue. We need action. Despite Uhuru Kenyatta's warning to Raila Odinga and the ODM party went ahead to support William Ruto's call for dialogue. Previously, Raila Odinga was opposing dialogue. And I remember in one of his rallies, he was saying no dialogue.
No dialogue! No dialogue! No dialogue! No dialogue! Tunataka action. Taka nini? Nataka nini? Taka nini? Kenya mpaka iende mbele. Wakenya mpaka wasonge mbele. Sisi kama wanaazimio tuko hapa na Kalonzo Musyoka yuko pale.
But Raila Odinga had to use another name for dialogue. This is exactly what Raila Odinga and ODM party concluded during their meeting. They say that in their statement, the ODM party PG/NEC meeting today resolved that we should have a national convention / a national conversation, which is the same as dialogue, to address long-standing issues that affect Kenyans, that a conducive environment should be created for the benefit of the initiative. Every Kenyan must be brought to the table. Raila Odinga supporting William Ruto's dialogue. Uhuru Kenyatta kept quiet. Again, Uhuru Kenyatta was totally against Raila Odinga's decision not to allow his ODM party leaders to be nominated to be part of President William Ruto's cabinet secretary. And this issue was explained very well in a certain newspaper, the Daily Nation newspaper. And the headline of that particular newspaper said this: the former president shadow looms large over an escalating rift within the opposition coalition and Raila Odinga's apparent reluctance to join President William Ruto's Kenya Kwanza administration. And that is why William Ruto first had to nominate his 11 cabinet secretaries, because Raila Odinga became reluctant to forward the names of his ODM leaders to be nominated, because Uhuru Kenyatta was totally against it. After a while, Raila Odinga changed his mind and decided to go against Uhuru Kenyatta's wish. And he forwarded the 5 names of the ODM leaders to be nominated by President William Ruto in his cabinet. Raila Odinga agreeing to forward the names of the ODM leaders to William Ruto, it basically meant that Raila Odinga had officially supported President William Ruto's broad-based government. That move annoyed Uhuru Kenyatta. That political move by Raila Odinga annoyed other Azimio principles. And there was so much pressure that Uhuru Kenyatta must kick out Raila Odinga from Azimio because he is going against the rules of the coalition. Let me read for you this statement that says, new plan to kick out Raila Odinga gains momentum. It was because of all those issues. That is why majority of Raila Odinga's supporters up to date are very angry with Raila Amolo Odinga. Because according to Raila Odinga's supporters, some of them, they are saying that Raila Odinga took the advantage of the Gen Z's protest for his political interests. But in my view, according to me, I totally support Raila Amolo Odinga's decision. Because number one, Raila Amolo Odinga was the only Azimio leader who saved the country from burning. What I believe is that were it not for Raila Odinga, I want to assure you that this country will not exist currently as we speak. Because people were saying Ruto must go. But it was only Raila Odinga from the opposition, from Azimio, who told people, no, look here, if President William Ruto goes, then the DP Rigathi Gachagua will officially take over as the president. Rigathi Gachagua will not solve the issues of the Republic of Kenya. Or if William Ruto goes, then the military will officially take over. If the military will take over, the country will be in a total mess. So dialogue is the only way to solve all these issues. That is why I support Raila Odinga's decision. He saved the country. Number two, I support Raila Amolo Odinga because he saved President William Samoei Ruto. And that is why recently you can see how William Ruto's politics is like. President William Ruto recently is respecting Raila Amolo Odinga so much. And they are working together very closely. And that is why recently, during the inauguration ceremony of the president of Rwanda, Raila Odinga accompanied President William Ruto to that event. That shows you how they are working together currently. And immediately after Raila Odinga supported President William Ruto's broad-based government, the Gen Z's protests collapsed. Up to date, Gen Z's protests will no longer be there. So basically, Raila Odinga's decision to work with President William Samoei Ruto is exactly what annoyed the Kenyattas. And what Raila Odinga mentioned recently about Uhuru Kenyatta supporting President William Ruto's broad-based government is what triggered the Kenyattas to react. So this is exactly the message from the Kenyattas. But before you listen to that video clip, just a quick reminder that if you are listening to me, I want you to take 1 second or two and hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to this channel, for you to be able to receive more political updates like the one that I'm currently doing here. Thank you so much for your support.
Nyinyi mnajua in the recent past kila mtu amekuwa akitaka kusema ya kwamba wameongea na Uhuru. Kila mtu hata sasa hivi ukisikia Mount Kenya kwa mazishi, Uhuru, everybody is looking for validation from Uhuru. But it is important to take responsibility of the decisions people have taken. There is no point of throwing words or dropping names of individuals if you think that the decision you took was wrong, maneno ya kubeba Uhuru kila pahali. Wewe umeamua kwenda kujinyonga, wewe jinyonge, usikae kwa miti umefuta kingo halafu unasema Uhuru alikupatia kamba. Hapana, haiwezi kuwa namna hiyo. He wrote a letter to Kenyans and it was addressed to fellow Kenyans. That time we were dealing with the finance bill and he also said nothing is cast on stone, and William took back the finance bill. The letter is there. But his major concern is that Kenyans have been killed by the same people they elected to protect them.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand three things. That number one, Raila Odinga understands politics very well. I think that Raila Odinga, what he said about Uhuru Kenyatta, Raila Odinga said it intentionally just to see the reaction from the opposition and also from the Kenyattas. How will they react? And I personally believe that Raila Odinga's mission was accomplished. Now he understands everything. Because Raila Odinga lied, and he knew very well that he was lying. And the lies that he gave, Raila Odinga knew that it will be well known that he had lied about Uhuru Kenyatta. So his mission was accomplished. That is how Raila Odinga plays politics. Number two, what I believe is that also Raila Odinga, what he said about Uhuru Kenyatta, Raila was trying to sanitize Uhuru Kenyatta because there are some allegations that Uhuru Kenyatta was largely involved funding the Gen Z's protests to withdraw President William Ruto's government. So what Raila Odinga wanted to prove is that, hey, Uhuru Kenyatta here is innocent. Uhuru Kenyatta is clean, and he is also supporting President William Ruto's broad-based government. That is why Raila Odinga had to lie about Uhuru Kenyatta. And thirdly, what I also believe is that Raila Odinga wanted to be protected. Raila Odinga wanted to be defended from his decisions because majority of some people, majority of his supporters are angry with his decision. And there is no one to defend Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga is the only one who is isolated in Azimio. Maybe Raila Odinga wanted Uhuru Kenyatta to defend his decision, to support him, to protect him. But that did not happen. I don't know what you think. I would also want to know your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section down below. But please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more political updates. Let me see you again in my next video analysis. Remember, my name is Jason. Bye-bye and have a good day ahead. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. See you.